Okay, so I am late for my day 9, but my goal is to make this a quick video because I gotta get in the shower. I think I called it Name Yourself because it was national, or I think I called it Fun with Names because it was National Name Yourself Day or something like that, and I thought that I would elaborate on where my kids get their names. My oldest is Haley, which I was single with her, so it was pretty much just up to me, but I lived with my mom, so I wanted my mom's opinion, and I was torn between Ariana and Haley, and at the time I didn't realize the next door neighbor's baby was named Ariana, so I feel like that would have annoyed me as soon as I realized. But my mom said that she liked Haley, and the other name I was thinking of was Riley Mackenzie, which I liked, but I think my mom didn't like it or something like that. That was my favorite, and I think my mom didn't like it, and I didn't want to choose something that, I don't know, for some reason I wanted to choose something she didn't like. So I ended up going with Haley Anna, but it was supposed to be her first name, like Peggy Sue, Haley Anna, because I liked Ariana, I just liked the sound of it. But when I wrote the birth certificate, I just wrote it Haley and then Anna for a middle name. And then Cameron, my husband and I could not agree on names, so it's kind of amazing we had 3 kids together because we never agreed on names ever. And so Cameron was kind of, I guess after we went through a million names, we didn't agree. Like, he really liked Michaela. I didn't like that at the time. There were so many different names I think we were going to name her Aislinn, but then we realized that I found out that Aislynn was actually pronounced Ashlyn properly, and he didn't care, but I did. I was like, we're not naming this kid wrong. Like, we're not going to name them against spelling rules that it's actually pronounced Ashlyn. Like, that would just be stupid. So he had been really, really mad about it because he really, really was in love with that name, and I liked it, nickname Ace and all that, but I couldn't. I'm a stickler for spelling. I couldn't do that. Jordana is our 3rd daughter, and her middle name Lily is after my grandmother. Her name was Susan, which means Lily, so we went with that. And then Jordana was actually supposed to be like a combination of my husband's grandfather and brother's names combined. And he said, how about Jordan? And I said, Jordana was a name I've always loved. So I said, how about that? And thankfully he went with that. And then Dylan was just, we decided not to talk about names because we started arguing so much about names. So we were like, all right, what we're going to do, we used to decide on a boy name and a girl name and go in and find out what the gender was, and then that was the kid's name. But this time we had talked about names enough times and didn't really get along about them, and none of them really sounded right. So we were like, all right, we're not going to name the kid. We're going to find out what it is, and then they get a name after we know what it is. So we find out it's a boy. I cry my eyes out, so excited, because everybody always says to me, oh, your husband must have been so happy it was a boy, but I had always wanted a boy because I never had a brother. I only had one sister, and I don't know. I wanted to be able to raise both genders. Like, if I had had all boys, I think I would have I know I would have wanted a girl. I wanted to, even though I know and I see every day that that's not how it is. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that the girls are going to like pink and the boys are going to like blue, but it doesn't matter. It's still different experiences anyway. And I still put blue baby clothes on him when he was a baby and pink baby clothes on them, ish. Pink, purple, whatever, on them when they were babies. But anyway, so we went in and found out it was a boy, and then on the way out, I said, so what are we going to name him? And he said, I don't know if I want to talk about it. And, oh no, that was over the middle name, I think. He told me, he was like, well, tell me if you think this is crazy. He's like, when we went in there, because he was always sure it was a boy, and he said, when we went in there, I felt like we're going to look at Dylan. And I loved the name Dylan anyway, so I was like, yeah, let's do that. That's perfect. I love it. I was so excited. And then I said, what about a middle name? And he said, I don't really want to talk about that. I guess he thought we were going to argue. And he said, how about Daniel, after my brother. Which the reason that he thought we were going to argue is not because I didn't want to name a kid after his brother, although I did hear it's bad luck to name a kid after someone who's alive still. It was because I just don't like the name Daniel. Like, I just don't like it. But I was like, no, that actually really flows, so let's do that, and that's how my kids' names came to be.